Right then guys, we are going to do a bit of a unboxing here. I'm going to keep it short and sweet as I can. I'm not going to go into masses of details. You can find all the information out about all this stuff on the website. Go to Solar. Oh, what on earth am I doing? Anyhow, this is their SPC Tech range. And I've recently bought a shed load of stuff. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different kind of boxes and compartments to go through. Also got some of their new aluminium Banksticks, which have some stainless steel tips on the bottom. So we'll have a look at those, and the buzz bars as well. And the reason for doing all of this is because for the last few years, I have been focusing on kind of tench and bream fishing. Yep, bream fishing. Done quite a bit of river fishing as well. And I've really been enjoying kind of, you know, mixed course pleasure angling. And yeah, carp fishing should be pleasure angling as well, obviously. But I did kind of fall out of love a little bit with it and was getting a bit frustrated with some of the waters that I was on and just being too rammed, or, you know, a couple of numpties around you and stuff, no offense. But I had for about 7.5 years been signed up on a waiting list for Wazing, and I had just a week ago got my membership accepted for Cranwell's and Oxley's, which is the specimen, obviously the lake where the parrot came from. So I got that membership accepted, and I was like, right, I've got to go for it, because if I don't, I'll just go to the bottom of the list, another 7-year wait, and, you know, if I don't do it now, then I won't do it. So instead of kind of taking all of my other tackle out, because I'd kind of taken my, you know, rucksack that I used for carp fishing and stuff and was using that for my course fishing, I thought, right, let's treat myself to a whole lot of new gear. And that way I'll at least look good whilst I don't catch anything. But yeah, let's see how that works out. So let's jump into it. Accessory case medium. I'll go with the smaller bits first. And we build up to the kind of big rucksack. There's a few other crazy little bits in here as well. So this is the accessory case medium. Now, Solar say on their website that it's all kind of modular, so it should fit nicely within the rucksack. Got a nice tough bottom on it. Nice Solar branding up here. Not so keen on the red and yellow fleck on the SP Tech, but you know, each to their own. It's just a small point. Open it up, very tough, you know, waterproof, rubberized inside with a zip lid. You know, it's going to be perfect for, yeah, that's going to be perfect for PVA and stuff like that, just keeping everything dry. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's have a look at the next few bits then. Right, rig station. This is a bit of a funny one. Bit of a kind of impulse purchase, but wanted to see what it was all about. And I'm not going to lie, I was suckered in by this little bit on the top here. So let's show you. So again, nice Solar branding, rubberized branding there, and then the stitched SP Tech with the flick of colour that I'm not too keen on. And this is all, you know, this colour fabric it's almost like a digital camo. That's the kind of look they're going for. So what we've got though, is a rig tray. It's a square rig tray, decent sides on it. A little bit of excess fabric in it, but that's not gonna, you know, harm. But the nice thing is these bits here are magnetic, so you know, you can attach your hooks to it and stuff like that. But it also means that it just sits perfectly on top of this rig case, and then or rig station as they call it, and it also magnets down onto the top of that, so that's a really nice little feature. Let's have a look inside this, see what we've got. Oh, okay. So again, rubberized inside, waterproof, tough bottom. You've got I don't know if you can see that, kind of place for all your hooks and stuff. Bits of terminal tackle, some loops for some tools. So that's a magnet, that top bit, zip on the back, another zip there. Yeah, I mean the top is quite padded, so yeah, you can get some good protection. I do like that magnet actually. That's quite handy because when you're lifting stuff out, then you've got just access to a world of storage. Yeah, I mean, you know, what I'm going to use that probably for spare lines and leaders and stuff like that. That will live in the main part of my bag. Yeah, like it. Right, next one. Solar scales pouch. I mean, what a tackle tar I am. It's unreal, isn't it? So, the reason I got these is because I use digital scales for the majority of my fishing. And I fancied myself a proper set of Reuben Heatons. And so, yeah, that's what I did. I bought a set of those. And when I bought them, I also bought this kind of Reuben Heatons bag. And it said that it had a separate section for storing your weigh bar. But there isn't a separate section. So the weigh bar kind of goes inside it and it's just rattling around in there. It's not that padded, bit of a funny shape. So I thought, sorry, I'll get one of these. This is going to fit perfectly in the front of the barrow. Or, to be honest with you, it'll just sit in the back of the back. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I did see that actually. That is, I do like that. Okay, so what you've got then is just pop the scales in and see how that works. Yeah, lovely. Good amount of space in there. I'm assuming then that... Okay, sorry, I'm taking forever, but you've got this on the inside of it, which is genius, which just goes, it's a waterproof cover that goes over the top. You probably all seen that on kind of rucksacks and stuff. But yeah, that's really nice, and it's got a tough rubberized back, and it's got a pocket on the back as well that you can put your weigh bar in. Yeah, and that fits in there like a glove. So the one thing with this case is this waterproof thing, which is brilliant because then you can kind of leave your scales. Maybe there's probably even room in there for some carp care and stuff like that. And I could leave this by the unhooking mat. And you know, that's where I like to kind of have everything to hand. What I was going to say. Yeah, okay. So it's got a Velcro thing, so this actually detaches, which I suppose is going to be handy for when it's, you know, gets wet and you're just drying it out and stuff. But to be able to shut the zip on the scale bag and put your waterproof cover on, you do have to detach it, detach the waterproof cover. No hardship. I think that's going to be brilliant. Really going to keep those scales nice and safe, which is, you know, exactly what they're designed for. So that's spot on. Okay, this is slightly crazy. Right. This is the large tech case. I mean, if that was an impulse purchase, I mean, God knows what this is. Now, obviously, I do take quite a lot of tech with me when I'm out fishing. You know, I've got cameras and stuff like that if I'm doing stuff for YouTube. Sometimes, you know, I have to be working on the bank, so I might have my laptop with me. So I thought, yeah, you know, let's get one of these tech cases. It's quite a bit bigger than I thought, I'm not gonna lie. Really tough top. That's nice, and kind of embossed solar tackle logo there. Yeah, that's really nice and strong. Nice kind of perspex, you know, sleeve on the inside. You've got this padded thing here, which, if I open it up, yeah, is a laptop case. So I grab my trusty laptop, dump that in there. That's a 13-inch, my laptop. So I mean, this thing's going to hold like a 15 or something like that. But yeah, laptop goes in there. That's nice and protected, and yeah, nice and robust top. Those are these kind of Velcro sections so that I can segment the inside, and that, if you can see these are external USB ports, which allow you to put your power bank on the inside, and then attach your power bank to it, and then you've got access to those USB ports on the outside without even having to unzip your case. That's pretty nifty. It is the classic USB, you know, the fatter ones, not the USB-C, which everybody's moving to. Nonetheless, pretty cool thing. To be honest with you, that's probably the type of, that tech case is probably the type of thing that I'll take, you know, if I go camping with the kids and stuff like that. Be interesting to see how much action that sees when I'm out fishing, because, don't know, feels a bit chunky, but it does what it says on tin, and will probably, you know, carry a hell of a lot of stuff. So, this is the big one though, the large rucksack. Now, I had been using the thinking tackle kind of rucksack here. It's quite small, quite heavy, because it's full of stuff. I've really got to sort out my fishing tackle. But, you know, and that served me perfectly well. It's great for course fishing. There's enough room in there for, you know, a 48-hour session if I'm out on the Tench or something like that. You know, and I can get all my gear in there. It's really compact, not very padded in terms of the rucksack, and the one big annoying thing it's got, you can see, the Banksticks go through there and then fall out the bottom all the way through, which is really annoying. So having Banksticks on the side is a bit of a pain. So when I was looking for a new rucksack, I wanted it slightly bigger, and I wanted that annoying Bankstick thing not to happen. So I'm gonna get this into shape. In fact, I'll pop a couple of bits inside it, and that will help it as well. In go the scales, in go the rib case. I mean, they fit in there quite nicely. I don't think I will. I mean, the scales, I can't imagine they're just going to be on the barrow or on the back. Yeah, this does fit kind of quite neatly on the, you know, that way across, like so, front to back, if you like. You get a kind of couple of those, and it would really stack in there quite neatly. Right, I will show you these in a moment, because these are Solar's new Banksticks as well, so I will show you these. I say new, they've probably been out for ages, but they're new to me. And let's see. So, you see, yes, look at that, beautiful. This rucksack has little, well, rubberized sleeves at the bottom to stop the Banksticks from going all the way through. So they just stay where they're meant to stay. No more picking it up and the Banksticks falling out of the bottom, which was highly annoying. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me get a couple of these boxes back. And then what I can do is I can maybe get this up a bit higher. So the other thing this has got, which I don't quite know how it works. Oh, I see what they've done. So just here, they've got a section of elastic on the shoulder straps. Now these shoulder straps are really nicely padded. And that elastic there is meant to just cushion it a little bit when, you know, it's on your shoulders and you're walking along. It's kind of suspension, I think. They call it some weird type of suspension thing. Anyhow, that's that. The other thing that attracted me to the bag was this top section, which apparently is the perfect size for my rig box. So this is the Fox medium, I believe it is, rig box. Yeah, that goes in there. Nice. And in actual fact, look, I mean, it's balanced on top. It's like Jenga here. It's balanced. The rucksack's balanced on top of 3 empty boxes now. And that's staying in position. You know, if the bag hasn't collapsed in on itself or anything like that, with it bent back like that, which some bags obviously can. It's obviously got a nice bit of support in that back to enable it to do that. I really like that. The other thing we've got are these front sections here. Now, not even opened these. Let's have a look. These here, these 2 small jobbies. Hopefully that's focusing. Are the Multi-Tech and the magnetic tool case, which sounds a bit gimmicky. We shall see. So let's start off with the Mini Tech case, which is, I believe, just a pretty straightforward case. Get a nice solar badge. The SP Tech logo, I'm not a huge fan of that coloured fleck there, if I'm honest. That's quite nice, that kind of elasticated sections. Hard rubberized bottom. Actually, yeah, on the Tech case, yeah, I thought so. This Tech case, the really hard top with the laptops in, bottom of it, different material to that. It's just like the fabric. It's not the hard rubberized, you know, bottom that you'd expect. That's a shame. So these cases, though, I believe will go in there. Yeah, look at that. That fits perfectly. Bit of room in there as well, actually. So even when that case is full, there's probably enough room on top for a marker case. And then the magnetic tool case, very similar size, so I'm guessing that's going to fit inside that one. And what is the thing? What is the deal with this magnetic tool case? So, okay, right, I've got a section divider. I see. So you've got a bit of metal that can go on the outside of your bivvy, and then you can attach that to the inside of your bivvy, and you've kind of got a floating or a hanging, you know, tray of stuff. And you've got these nice little elasticated toggles, so if it's, you know, you just want it to sit up square or something like that, then you can tighten down on those by the looks of things. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, a bit gimmicky, don't know if it'll get used, but, you know, it was a little bit extra, and look, the same size as the Mini Tech case, so thought I'd give it a whirl. Solar said it's all modular and fits in, and yeah, I agree, those 2 fit in nicely. Don't know what goes in there, because pretty certain, yeah, those cases, the Mini Tech case and the magnetic cool case, they're not fitting in that top one. Not a chance. That's a shame. I wonder if anything goes in there. But good big side pockets. That big side pocket there where I've got the Banksticks. In fact, let's try this larger buzzer bar with my Delks on. Oh yes, that's a thing of beauty. They fit in there perfectly. It feels nice and padded actually. So that's great. So yeah, okay. Let's get rid of that. Have a quick look at the other last things that I got, which were the buzzer bars and the Banksticks. Now, the Banksticks, as I told you earlier or alluded to, they've got steel tips. I think I said that. Yeah, they've got steel tips and they're nice and sharp. But the shaft itself is aluminium. You've got the turn toggle to adjust the height, and that is gripping really nicely when I've pushed that up and just tightened it down, just pinched it. That's beautiful. This on the inside looks like some form of carbon or something like that. Nice nail top to tighten down. These are from the nuts here, turn dials. They are from the A1 range, which is the more expensive range of Banksticks that Solar do. Solar. Why can't I say it right? It's ridiculous. I'm doing a whole video on it saying Solar. And yeah, they're from the more expensive range. And the nice thing about that is it means that I don't know how it actually works. I have to take a look in better light than this. But basically, it only turns like a quarter or an eighth of a turn to lock and unlock. And the thread can't come out. So there's no chance of you kind of turning it and all of a sudden the thread falling out, you know, and dropping into the lake. So that is really nice. These are nice and light, black anodized. I believe they've been like triple coated, so hopefully they're gonna stand up really well. I am moving away from a pod for my carp fishing, which is what I was using before. And also I've kind of moving away from a pod for any other type of fishing as well. Preferring to go down the buzzer bar route. So just 2 buzzer bars. I went for 2 of the front buzzer bars, which are buzzer bars, which are slightly longer. So I'm not, you know, normally have a smaller one, slightly shorter one at the back, slightly longer one at the front. And I prefer just to have the rods completely parallel. And if I need to adjust it or tweak it or get that angled look, then obviously I can just tweak that because these are adjustable. But I've gone for the 2 rod one, even though often I'll be fishing with 3 rods. And the reason for that is then the other rods I will just fish, or the other rod I will just fish on Banksticks. Gives me options then if I'm fishing something close in the margin or a completely different line. Let's say I've got 2 out on the spot, then I can point my 3rd rod, you know, a bit of a roaming rod, and I can point that directly at where I'm fishing, which is just going to give me better bite indication and, you know, a better setup all round, stop the rod tip from being forced round because I'm fishing 3 rods straight and lines going out at all sorts of funky angles. So yeah, that's what those are. These are really nice in terms of the tops here. If you put the bite alarm in or your butt rest, you can just tighten up to it. So if it doesn't go quite straight, you know that annoying time where you're like, I need to either put a washer on it or a rubber ring, or, you know, I'm forcing it around to get it straight, you can just tweak this and that will move it up and kind of pinch up the other way, which is a really nice piece of detail on that solar tackle. So these are the Black-Lite Solar Pro Lock adjustable buzzer bars, and then these are the Black-Lite Solar Pro Lock Banksticks as well that I've got. Let's just run through some prices, shall we, quickly? Okay, magnetic tool case. That thing was 21 quid. The rucksack was £111. Now, on Solar's website, it's 144, I think. I did find that cheaper online, so do a bit of hunting around. The rig station, which is the square thing with the magnetic tray, that was £47. It's normally £60 or £61. That's a chunk of change, isn't it, for that? The scale pouch, £16. That's a bargain. Normally 22 quid. That's well worth it. Okay, C-Tech cases. Right, the big one, which has got the laptop in it, that's £42. I think that's normally about 56. And the small mini one, which is in the front, that's a tenner. So just one of those, you know, bags that just go tiny little. Ah, one of them. There we go. That's a tenner. One of them. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope it was useful. Give me a shout if you've got any questions, and I'll happily help. But for now, see you later.